Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and I am here today to share with you my summer capsule wardrobe, which is pretty much all ready to go. I have 4 things that I want to make. We're going to talk a little bit about how I built my capsule wardrobe. I have a free PDF for you guys we're going to talk about. I have put together 4 different color palettes depending on what season that you may or may not be in. We're going to talk about that. All things with basic summer wardrobe. So that is what today's video is about. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We have a lot of very exciting summer content coming up. And join our newsletter. I have a link to it right down in the description box, but you can also go to tomcatstitchery.com and right at the top there's a banner. Click on that and you can sign up for the newsletter. Why do you want to sign up for the newsletter? Well, everything I'm talking about today comes with a free PDF worksheet. If you want to try building your own capsule for the summer as well, I've got sheets for if you're building a summer capsule versus building a winter capsule, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. And I've also included a picture of all 4 of those color palettes that I've put together. It's basically the same color palette. I have just altered the colors to be colors that fall into a summer palette versus a spring versus a autumn versus a winter. So all of those are also included in the PDF. If you're already a newsletter subscriber, that will be coming out in today's newsletter. If you're not a newsletter subscriber, you can pop over there real quick. But we're going to have this whole PDF as our free gift for joining the newsletter over on the website as well. So if you want to grab it off the website, you can do that too. And yeah, that'll all be available. I'm not sure when that's going to be available though. So if it's not when you're watching this video, stay tuned. The quickest way to get it is to make sure that you are subscribed. So depending on how early you're watching this on Tuesday, our newsletters do go out at 5 p.m. Eastern time every Tuesday. So we've got like coupon codes that pop up in there. We've got fun and like links and stuff that it's a lot of really good stuff that come in our newsletters. So it's a good one to join. Okay, let's start talking about capsule wardrobes. When I am building capsule wardrobes now, a couple things. Number 1, I pick my color palette. And I honestly just kind of, since we sew and we're not beholden to what, colors are available and ready to wear and all that sort of thing, I kind of just go off and pick my own, color palette, just kind of what I'm feeling like, maybe pieces that are already in my wardrobe that are inspiring me or fabrics that are in my stash that are inspiring me. All those things kind of go into me basically picking my color palette. But I have kind of a formula for that too. So I like to pick a dark neutral and a light neutral. So in this case, this is my spring capsule colors that I am working with this season. I've gone with navy this time. I have been working with a lot of olive and wanted to switch it up and add some of my navy dark blue into my capsule this time. So it's navy and cream for me. And then I picked 2 kind of not quite neutrals, but not quite statement colors. And for me, that is the kind of mustardy yellow. It's my macaroni and cheese color right here. Kind of my yellow. It's a very warm yellow. My yellow, spring yellow. And then I've gone with kind of the ocean blue. I mean, I have a pair of denim shorts in here, which obviously denim technically is like a summer color, but I mean, it goes with everything. Blue is a very easy one. But my ocean blue is kind of the main blue that I am, other than the navy, that I'm kind of pulling from. And then I like to have 2 statement colors. And this time around, it is my red, my real warm red. And sometimes that goes orange. Like sometimes I pick things that have a little bit more orange in them. But yeah, my warm red and then green and kind of the kiwi green that is in the spring color palette. My daughter actually helped me pick these out. I actually had 2 other colors that were picked and she sat down and she was like, no, you've got too much blue in this. And she messed around with it and changed up the colors. And once I had my color palette, it was pretty easy then to go into the other seasons and come to a close comparison with each of those as well, which we'll talk about here in a second. So that is kind of how I came up with my colors. Now, if you don't want to sew, if you don't know your season or care what your season is, that's absolutely fine. I do suggest sewing in a color palette, even if that's something that you put together yourself of your favorite colors. I just think it's so much easier, number 1, to buy fabric. It makes a much more cohesive closet, so all your stuff goes together really well, because this isn't everything that's in my closet right now. But I'll talk about that a little bit more here in a second. But it just makes everything go together really, really well. If you are curious though about what your season is and would like to have your colors done, I do have a code with Color Guru. It's a virtual get your colors done situation, and my code Tomcat Color gets you 10% off any of their packages. So if that's something that you are interested in having done, I do have 10% off that, and that's what I've had done. My daughter's had done, Jenny, I mean pretty much everyone in my life. I've gifted it to quite a few people. I just find it very, very helpful. Anyway, that is how I picked my colors. And again, I'll be going through the other seasons here in just a second as well. But once I have done that, I then go to my closet and I building modules. So this is a concept, you've heard me talk about it if you've been with the channel for a while, that Christy Russell uses. She is a stylist, YouTube, and does a lot of virtual things on how she was building her clients' wardrobes. And I just thought it was a genius way to build our handmade wardrobe as well. And what a module consists of are 3 tops, 2 bottoms, 1 layering piece, like a topper of some sort, but something that can be layered. And then I like to add a dress in there too, because I do like wearing dresses, or a 1 piece, whether that's a jumpsuit, that sort of thing. With the idea being that each of the 3 tops match both bottoms, and then the topper can then be layered to add, many different combinations for outfits. Then the more modules you add together, so you do that same thing with, 3 more tops, 2 more bottoms, another topper piece, another dress, but all of them can also go with the original 3 tops and 2 bottoms. Then all of a sudden you are like exponentially increasing the amount of outfit combinations you can make. So for my capsules, I've actually put together 3 modules, and then I've added in 2 bonus pieces that we will be talking about as well, because I do really like to wear dresses and stuff in the summer. Now, this is just kind of my core capsule. So these are the items that I'm wearing on a day-to-day basis. It fits my lifestyle. All of these tick all of the boxes. I absolutely have a ton of summer dresses in my closet, things that I might wear to church, or if I'm just, going out to lunch with a friend and want something a little bit more dressed up, whatever the case may be, I do have all of that still in my closet. I switch out my closet twice a year, once to bring my cool weather clothes down, and then again to switch it out with my warm weather clothes. So that's been done now, and all set and ready for the summer months. My closet's bright anyway. It doesn't matter really what time of year it is. But all of my warm weather clothes have been brought down. So, and I've got, swimsuits and cover-ups, and I've got slouch around the house clothes that aren't included here. If I'm going to be working in the yard, or even just want a kind of a pajama slouchy type day in the house that, sometimes I do. My Just Peachy shorts are perfect for that. But I do have other things, my workout clothes that aren't included in this, that do live in my chest of drawers, or my closet, my main master closet. So just a disclaimer. Also with my shoes, these are just going to be the primary shoes that I'm grabbing this season. All of this stuff is going to be at the front part of my closet, so it's going to be the things that I'm grabbing the most as we go into this season. So that is kind of a breakdown, and I will be going through things in modules as well. But let's really quickly talk about the other capsule colors that I have picked. So if you are someone that really likes to follow a formula, if not, that's absolutely fine. That's the beauty of this. You can do whatever you want. I've got the worksheet, so I've got a list of what I'm talking about here with links if you're curious and you want to click and see what patterns I'm making, or what have made. If you're curious about that, all of the links in the PDF are clickable. And then I've got a formula sheet on kind of how I break things down with the modules. And then I've got a couple of blank sheets. One if you are sewing for summer, just the title's the only thing different, and one if you're sewing for winter. And then the final part of that PDF are the 4 different color capsules that I put together, because I got a lot of requests for that. So if you're someone that is a summer, so I'll have my colors here, pop my colors back up here. If you're someone that is a summer, how you might translate to this. All 4 of the color seasons have got a navy or something similar in their grouping, which I'll pop at the end a graphic of all 4 of them together, and you can see how it changes, because spring is warm and clear. So I've got a warmer, clearer navy. Summer has got a cooler, more muted navy, kind of has a little bit of gray in there. And then for the light neutral, white, and it's a little bit of a softer white than like winter's white, which would be a very crisp, like true white, like absolute white. The summer, for the yellow, they're yellow lemon chiffon, and there's a yellow in all 4 of the color seasons. So don't think everyone can wear yellow, it's just what shade you're wearing. But if you look at my yellow, which is a very warm yellow, it's got some orange in there, versus the summer yellow, which is very kind of an icy, lemon, fluffy kind of color. You're seeing this in ready to wear all over the place. This yellow right here is I'm seeing it in all the stores. It's definitely the yellow that is the it color this season. So if you are a summer and you like to wear yellow, it's a great time to grab some ready to wear pieces if that's something that strikes your fancy. And then for the blue, kind of their soft blue, which is kind of a denim blue. So anything, well, honestly, my denim shorts, kind of this denim blue that looks really great. But yeah, that light kind of baby blue. Instead of red, I've gone with more of a pink for this. I think that's beautiful for summers to wear in summer. And then my daughter, because there's a number of greens that are in the summer color palette, but she was picking which one she thought she might want to put in there. And it kind of looks gray on this graphic, but it's actually kind of that green gray, that really pretty green with some gray. And I think it is even called on the color card green gray, because my daughter is a summer for those summer palettes. Very beachy, summery type colors. If you are an autumn, you have got a warmer navy as well, but yours is a little more toasted. So it's a little more muted than, not as clear as the spring. Honestly, I'm in autumn colors right now. This olive goes both for autumn and spring. This is definitely an autumn color and not a spring color, the color of orange on my pants, but it's fine. And then for the light neutral, that creamy white that is the good light neutral for autumns, their yellow is kind of a wheat color. So it is, and also you can, honestly, this could easily go kind of an autumny color too, the mustard. Just something that's a little bit more muted and a little bit warmer. I found some fabric when we were at University of Sewing this past weekend, and thank you to everyone who joined me in person and also online when we did that live, but there was a really pretty solid yellow that they had there in the store that was a perfect yellow for autumns. Anyway, couldn't find any winter yellow. They didn't have any winter, or did they have any summer? I don't feel like, not solids. And I don't even, yeah. I was trying to do the best I could on that, but anyway, they did have a pretty one for if you are an autumn that fits into that yellow category. And then kind of the brick red that is really beautiful on autumns. Yeah, again, a little bit more muted. If you look at it in comparison to mine, it's a more muted red. And then for the green, kind of a, God, what are we even going to call this? It's not an olive. I'm not going to call that an olive. Kind of a pea green, kind of. Anyway, a really cool green, and I thought would be a lot of fun for summer. So those are the colors that I threw together for autumns. And then finally, for winters, they have a very cool clear navy, definitely a clear white. Their yellow is, honestly, if you watched the video on Friday, which was the ready-to-wear looks that we recreated, Jenny's sweater was more of a winter yellow. So it was a cool yellow, that got a little bit of blue in there, cool yellow, but much brighter, like a bright, clear color. Well, summers can sometimes get away with that. That's definitely a winter yellow. And then gone with kind of the teal color, kind of a bright, not teal, cobalt blue, kind of a cobalt blue, because winters look really good in those real bright, clear colors. And then a winter red, which is not my red. It is definitely I guess cherry red you may want to call it, but a cool red with blue tones. I'm absolutely tomato red, but a cool red is really gorgeous on winters. And then for green, kind of this, it's kind of a jade, kind of, I don't know what color you want to call this, but definitely a cool green that my daughter picked out that would be a lot of fun for summer. I think you could have a lot of fun mixing and matching this stuff too. So those are the 4 colors. Here's everything together if you want to see a graphic of all of them together. So if you're someone that wants a little bit of hand holding and picking your colors for this season, there you go. Put those together for you. But you can do what you want, right? That's the beauty of being creative and being able to sew. All right, before this video gets incredibly long, let's go through what I'm putting in my summer capsule and the 4 things that I plan to make. So again, we're going to go through these in modules. So the first module I put together, and my first module tends to be kind of the boring one of the modules, kind of the base pieces. But for my tops, I have put together my Love Notions Barrington tee. I think I need to make this pattern again. I really love this. This fabric was a thrifted top that I got from Goodwill and cut it up to use for the fabric. So that's why I was able to get the solid ribbing, because it was a ready-to-wear shirt that already had that attached. Love this. Wear it all the time. Boxy, very modern, perfect for the summer. And then I have thrown in my white linen closet cord yellow. I wear the Living Day Lights out. I love this so much. So it's just a regular white creamy colored white linen on the front. But on the back, I had, this was remnants of kind of a window pane linen. I've had this in my can you kind of see that? Had this in my stash for in my wardrobe for quite a while, and I did the sleeves in that as well. That was a little remnant that I got from my mentor Joyce when she gave me a lot of her stash before she passed away, and I just think it's just the best top. This is a really nicely shaped, very modern, you see this everywhere, kind of cropped without showing my midriff, woven t-shirt. I wear this a ton in the warmer months. And then for the third top in Module 1, also a great cropped boxy shirt. This is the Pattern Emporium Sweet Talker bubble sleeve top, and I embroidered the sleeves. Now, this base fabric is not any of the colors that I put in my color palette. However, all the colors in my color palette for summer are on these sleeves. If you guys, I did not show you up close in the video on Friday, and I apologize for that. You could see it on a reel that my social media manager put out on Instagram on Sunday, I think. But anyway, it is really beautiful. You're going to see this a lot more, so stay tuned. And if you're a member of my YouTube membership, you got to see me putting this all together in real time. So I love this though. I've gotten so many, I've only worn it once, but I've gotten so many compliments on it. And I got coffee all down the front, so I had to wash it. So I need to figure out, I think the best way to do, I can iron the body of the shirt, but I can't really iron the sleeves. I think steaming is going to be the best way forward in getting the sleeves nice and wrinkle-free as well. Love this though. And then for the two bottoms for this module, I have a pair of ready-to-wear jean shorts. I just bought these at Aritzia. It's called Denim Forum when I was shopping with my sister. I do make my own jeans, made my own jean shorts, done that a ton. I just cannot replicate the kind of bleached denim look. Like that's, you can, but you know, it's dealing with a lot of like bleaching your fabric and all that kind of stuff to get it to the, it's a lot more science experiment that I'm wanting to tackle at this moment. Now, Jenny loves a good science experiment, so I'm not saying we're never going to do this, but for right now, sometimes it's just easier for me to buy ready to wear when it comes to my denim. But I have made denim, and especially if I want it more classic and like darker, which is an easier, obviously defined in fabric form. Anyway, those are the ready-to-wear shorts. And then my white, these need to be ironed really badly. These are my tried and true Itch to Stitch Belize shorts. This is the pleated front version. It's got elastic in the back. They're so comfortable. This is the heavyweight linen from the fabric store down in New Zealand. And I think it's not the white. It's like, it was like cream or something. They don't quite have as many colors of that as they used to, but it's a lovely fabric. So if there's a color there that you see and you like, I highly recommend it. And then for my topper, this is a hand woven. It is handmade, just not by me. I got it at an art fair. But this hand woven wrap that goes over the head and just around the shoulders. I got this at a farm or a art show on Sanibel Island in Florida. Gosh, maybe in 2020, because I think it was pre-pandemic, like right before pandemic, when I was down there visiting my parents. Anyway, love this thing. It's such a perfect go over your shoulders, keeps you a little bit warm, but it's a cotton, I think cotton, and maybe there's some rayon in there. It's absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, I love this piece, and I wear it a ton in the summer, just to keep, again, the chill off if we're going in and out of air conditioning. And then for the dress, this is my Cashmerette Irving. I have somehow lost one of my ties. I had taken my ties off because the last time I wore this, it was chilly, and I had layered a sweater over it. So I took the ties, the faux ties off and set them on my dresser. And anyway, then it went through the wash and all that kind of stuff with the ties sitting on my dresser. And when it came out, I went to put the ties back on it before I put it away. And only one tie was on the dresser. I have no idea what happened to the second tie. Luckily, I do have leftover fabric of this, so I can make a second tie. But that's really frustrating, and I have no idea what happened to it. Part of me doesn't want, I'm gonna still look and see if I mean, I've looked behind the dresser, like where could it have gone? Did it get swept up with some other clothing? But then wouldn't we have found it? Anyway, I will find it. If not, I do have extra fabric to make myself another one. But love this thing. This is the Irving dress. This is one of their club patterns. I do have a full-time coupon code now with Cashmerette for their all access and tier of their club, first time, and it is $10 off, and Tomcat 10 gets you $10 off. I think that's correct. I will put the correct code down here. But anyway, this was the club pattern in April, maybe, May. And I have a sew along for it, but it mixes and matches with their Grafton, which is in their regular catalog. You can buy it anytime, anyone can buy. Anyway, and I've got a coupon code for that now too, for Cashmerette Patterns. Guys, go over, honestly, actually, I'm not gonna put a code in. Just go over to the website, tomcatstitchery.com/resources, or just go to tomcatstitchery.com and hit resources on the website. All of my coupon codes, my favorites, links to all of that are all on that page. So yeah, if you're going shopping and you're like, I think Whitney might have a code for that, it's definitely worth taking a look-see in that to make sure that I don't, to see if I do have a coupon code to save you some money. So anyway, this is the Irving dress. Can't wait to wear this a ton. I really want the other tie though, because now we're into the time of year where I won't be layering anything over it probably. And I would really like that second tie. And I'm like, I hope I didn't like stick them in the pockets. Now I'm checking the pockets just to make sure. That'd be something I would do. No. Okay. So that is module 1. Module 2, I have added 3 more colorful tops and 2 colorful bottoms and another layering piece and then another, I'm going to be making a dress. So for the next module, and we'll kind of look at how all this is going to go together. I have thrown in my Love Notions classic tee with the V-neck. This is in a beautiful viscose, a Stoff viscose jersey. They still have this color at University of Sewing. And I do have a discount code for that. Tomcat gets you 15% off. Again, resource page. But beautiful fabric. I love the Stoff knit fabric. Beautiful. But it just goes, I could obviously very easily wear it with white shorts or denim shorts. And you're going to see what else I can wear it with here. But I also like to layer with this as well. I throw it over like my Spellbound dress or wear it as is. I can, because it's very stretchy, I can tie it up if I want. If I wanted something a little bit more cropped. Or I can half tuck it if I want. There's a lot of options with this. So, and it's a great color. I love this color. And then I've added a tank in here. This is the Love Notions Summer Basic Tank. This is one of the tanks I have that pattern at my cutting table and there for a long time. Anytime I cut out a t-shirt, I would go ahead and cut one of these out. And then when I got a stack of them, I would make a whole bunch of tank tops. I have tank tops coming out my ears now, so I don't do that as much anymore until I'm in need of more tank tops. But this is in, it's a little different. It's not quite the same green, but I think that they're all tonally similar and look really good together. Like I would absolutely wear this with these green shorts. I think that's a good monochromatic look. But this is the Summer Basics tank. It's my favorite tank top pattern for knits. And it's great for layering, great for wearing as is. And this is in a merino jersey from the fabric store as well down in New Zealand. I've got a t-shirt in this too that it's got a longer sleeve, so I typically wear that in the cooler weather. But merino is naturally wicking and antimicrobial, so it's perfect for all times of year. Perfect as a tank top. And then third is my Cashmerette. This is a Concord. This is the cropped version with the short sleeved and with the higher neck. I just love this color of knit. I think it's a lot of fun. And it is just cropped. Almost, I have to wear it, make sure I've got things that are sitting at my natural waist. Otherwise, because I don't want any midriff hanging out. And this one is just long enough. So yes, if anything is not sitting right at my waist, I do not pair them together. However, this is lovely. Love this color. It's a lot of fun and it pairs really well with these next couple of bottoms. So for my bottoms, I have got this beautiful pair of Itch to Stitch Brampton shorts, which kind of have the paper bag look. You can wear them with the tie, which I think is really cute. And if I were wearing them with the cropped shirt, I think I would keep the tie on. If I were wearing them with something, I could tie this up again, but if I'm wearing them with this, and I'm doing a half tuck, I would probably omit the tie and just wear them as elastic waist shorts. There's elastic that goes all the way around this. But I would absolutely tuck the tank into this for, like I said, a really cute monochromatic look. This is in Robert Kaufman Brussels linen, so it's a linen rayon blend that I got from Stylemaker Fabrics. I don't know if she still has this color. It's called Pear, I think. I'll check. I'll link it. Well, no, I will not have it linked. You'll just have to check. Sorry, I'm only linking the things that I'm planning on making. Anyway, it's the Robert Kaufman. You can find that Brussels linen just about anywhere. And then finally, my second bottom, this is my Stay Stitch Pattern Company Cocoa Bias skirt. I've got this in that green, if you've been following the channel for a while. But this is in the Minerva exclusive print, one of their exclusive prints in their linen rayon blend base. Love this thing. I have enough of this fabric, I think, left over. I did this for a post for them. They sent this, but I think I have enough to do like a short sleeve shirt for my son, like a button up camp style shirt for my son, which he immediately saw and was like, yes, please. I love this skirt and it just screams summer and I can see myself wearing this a ton. Technically, there's not really any red. It's kind of, there's a little bit of red in there, maybe if we're fudging it, but I still think that the red works. I think it will look just fine. I think it's busy enough because there's a lot of pinks and purples in there, but I think it works. But absolutely my, this tied up, so cute. This tucked in, adorable. Honestly, I like the striped cropped shirt on top of it. I think that's really cute. Obviously the white is going to look great. Probably not go with that route, but there's many options for this. And the topper of this capsule, of this little module, is my Hartwell vest, which is a Cashmere Club pattern as well. This one may have been April. Anyway, it comes with the all access. I love this thing, and I plan on wearing this as a, I mean, it can obviously layer. It can layer over any of these little t-shirts. I think that's very, very cute. Or it can be worn as is, which I really see myself doing this summer. So, yeah, we'll see about that. I have enough of this fabric left over. This is also the Robert Kaufman Brussels linen, and I got it from the Sewing Studio. We've got a discount code for that too. But I've got enough of this left over that I kind of wanted to do a pair of pants, and I might still, but I could also do a pair of shorts instead. I don't know. We'll see. I may wait and do a pair of pants because I could see me wearing this into the fall when it's like September but still warm, wearing that kind of as a suit together. And I have some events that I'm actually going to be doing in September. So I think that would be a really polished, I'm speaking at a couple of things in August and September. So I could see myself doing that. So I may save that fabric for the pants. And then for the dress of this one, I am going to recreate the dress that I had highlighted in my 10 summer ready to wear looks. It is the sleeveless boat neck dress. And I'm going to use the Cocoa, Tilly and the Buttons Cocoa, and make it sleeveless. This is a navy and white striped fabric. I thought I had some more of the red. I was going to do a red and white, but I can't. It may be I may have it in my bins that are like scraps, which tells me I'm not going to have enough to make a dress. But I do have a ton of this. So I'll just make a navy and white dress. I think I'll wear it a ton. But yeah, I'm going to make that Tilly and the Buttons Cocoa, and I'm going to make it sleeveless to look like the ready-to-wear dress that I want to copy. So that's garment number 1 that I'm planning on making. All right, and then the final little module, I have gone with this beautiful green Carlisle. This is the Cashmere Carlisle, also a club pattern. Absolutely love it. I mean, guys, this goes with everything. I mean, I don't know. That might be too much green. It's like too close, but not quite. I do like this green with this, but that might be too much. But everything else, I could absolutely see myself wearing that with. And it's a really beautiful neckline too. The square neckline is really, really pretty on. I got this fabric at Stylemaker, and it was one of those where she just had a certain amount in, and yeah, it's gone now, but perfect. I've also decided to add in my Lisa & Co. Maritime Knit Top. I love it in this fabric. This is actually a French terry that I got from Distashify when Distashify was still up and going. I wear this a lot. I really like this pattern. I've made it a few times. I just find it very flattering, and it doesn't need a knit that's very stretchy. So this has just mechanical give, so it doesn't have any spandex in it, but it wears really comfortably as like a little t-shirt. And again, it looks phenomenal. I don't know that I'd wear it with this. That feels like the colors aren't quite right, but I would absolutely wear it with all the other bottoms. So, and the bottoms that are yet to come. And then I wanted to throw in my Style Arc knit posy top. I just think this is cool. It's got the eyelet sleeves, that jersey eyelet sleeve on it, that Minerva no longer has, which is unfortunate. I have a couple of tops that I've used their solid fabric with that eyelet. But anyway, I get compliments when I wear this. It's just a lot of fun, and love this little top. And then for the two bottoms, I bought a pair of, I absolutely could have made these. This is a pair of wide leg jeans, but the fabric is like a cotton and tinsel. So it's a real thin pair of jeans, very wide legged, but I grabbed them because, guys, this is my red. I do not see, I mean, occasionally you'll see red denim, but my specific color of red denim is harder to find. And this is the same brand of jeans. When I went shopping for jeans back in, I guess, the spring, and I got a pair of real, you've seen me wearing the real wide leg pair. It's the same brand as that. I just really like the way they fit me as well. So when we were shopping, I did splurge and bought this pair of pants. I probably won't wear jeans a ton this summer, like wear these a ton. I mean, I'll absolutely wear these into the autumn, probably even into the winter. Again, it's a thinner denim, but they're so fun, and it's my red, and I couldn't say no to it. A lot of times, 4th of July around here, it's a little chilly, so I could see me wearing these at 4th of July, but also it's my red. I could see myself wearing these a ton. So this is going in my summer capsule as my pair of jeans. I don't have, you notice I didn't put any white jeans in here, so this is my go-to color of jean. And I love, I know some people don't like wearing like red, color blocking with red, you know, like it's ketchup and mustard or it looks too Christmassy. I personally love it and find it a lot of fun. So I'm 100% going to be wearing all of these together. I really love this ocean blue with the red. That's one of my favorites. And then obviously all of these, I love this. Jenny didn't think she was going to like this pairing. But when I put it together, she was like, okay, I stand corrected. I do like that. And then obviously, yeah, any of these, very, very cute. In fact, I had this on at church. I was with kids all Sunday, so I needed something I could move around on the floor and stuff with. So yeah, wore that to church. And then for my second set of pants, I'm going to be shorts, actually. I have had this linen, this gingham linen in my stash for a while. I think I have 2 yards of it. I want to make a pair of shorts. It's from the fabric store, and I think it's beautiful. And I would like to make a pair of loose fitting shorts because it's not like, I mean, it's not super see-through, but it's not real thick linen either. And I want to make a pair of elastic waist shorts. I'm not sure what I'm going to make with these yet. I know of a pattern that is not out yet that I might use, or I may go my Belize route, or probably my Belize route. I'll probably either do a pattern I can't talk about, or the Belize, the itch to stitch Belize route. But I would like a pair of elastic, either in the back or full elastic waist shorts, or maybe I'll try something new. Pattern Emporium's got one too that I love. Their Just Peachy shorts so much for knits. I might want to try the woven. And if I've got enough left over, again, I've got 2 yards of this, I may make myself a little woven tank out of it. I think that would be really cute and pair really lovely with everything too. But we'll see. But I want to get this made up. This has been in my stash for too long. It's time to get this made up. I have a feeling I'll wear the dickens out of this. So that is on the list. Okay. And then for the topper of this one, the layering piece, I want to make another. This is the True Bias Bren, and it's a cardigan, but you can, and I've sewn the buttons to the placket, so it's just as a top basically on me. I don't unbuttoned. These are not functioning buttons. It's basically just a top. But I like that it's kind of like a knit vest, and that's just very in right now. And I would like another one. This one feels, I mean, I'll probably wear this one this summer, you know, because I think it can go fine with everything else. But it does feel a little bit more autumn. Like I could see me wearing this more in the autumn when when it's still too warm to wear like cold weather clothes, but I want to go more autumnal colors a little bit. But I would like one that's in a bright color that I think would look beautiful paired with all of this stuff. And so I have got some of this Ponte in my stash in my red. I made a dress out of it a long time ago. I think it originally came from the fabric store in New Zealand. But I think I have enough for one of these, basically this. I think I can get a front and a back, and it's the bands. It's going to be the neck bands and the arm bands. But I think maybe I can do it. So that is my wish. This is also in a Ponte, and it was also scraps of Ponte that I had that worked out really, really well, and I find it very, very comfortable. So that is the plan. I want to make myself another bread because I think that this would look wonderful. I mean, maybe I wouldn't do those together, but I would do that together. I would do that together. I would do that and that together. I would also layer this over like the dress. I think I would have a lot of fun. And it's a vest. I could make it a working cardigan too if I wanted to. I probably won't, but I could. So that's going to be the topper of that module. And then for the dress, I am putting my Spellbound in there because this screams summer, and it's all the colors that I'm working with. Love to wear this thing. So this is the Pattern Emporium Spellbound dress and this beautiful Stoff knit. I got it from the University of Sewing, and when I was down there on Saturday, she's like, I don't have any more of that poppy fabric. She goes, we have ordered it in 5 times, and you've sold it out 5 times. So you may have to go searching for this. But yeah, any of the Stoff knits are just gorgeous, and their prints are so fun. So those are the 3 modules that I'm working with. And like I mentioned, I'm adding 2 bonus pieces as well because I like to wear dresses in the summer. Again, I've got tons that are more like, you know, church dresses and that sort of thing, or if I'm going out to dinner with my husband. But for everyday dresses, I wanted to add a romper and an extra dress in. For the extra dress, it's my Love Notions title. I love this thing. This is in a Ponte from Fabric Mart that I grabbed, and it just, because it's my macaroni and cheese color. I get compliments every time I wear this color. I find this dress shape very, very flattering on me. And again, I get compliments every single time I wear this. So it's a great just t-shirt dress. And then the last thing that I want to make is I want to recreate that look that I had penned again in that ready to wear video of that romper, that linen romper. So I'm going to be using this linen also from the sewing studio. And this color Poppy, which is more of an orange, but it's an orange that goes red. So it's an orange that goes red, not a red that goes orange. I think that's a red that goes orange, and this is an orange that goes red. Anyway, I've got, I think, 4 yards of this, so I've got enough to do a dress as well. But I'm going to do the True Bias Rory jumpsuit, sleeveless, and I'm going to omit the waist shaping. I'm just going to make it very easy breezy, kind of boxy, easy to throw on. It could be a cover up if I wanted it to, or I could wear it with some cute sandals and that sort of thing. So those are the 4 things that I'm planning on making for this summer, all in red and navy. Anyway, very excited about that. And then as far as shoes and accessories, I've got my adorable red espadrilles that I got during the spring. My, what are these? Dolce Vita. I mean, these are orange, but I think it goes fine with everything. I've worn these like the past 2 summers pretty constantly. In fact, this may be, I don't know, I'm starting to wear the sole out a little bit. This may be the last summer, maybe one more after this. Absolutely love these. My tried and true Birkenstocks. Love this colorway, and these are now perfectly molded to my foot. And then my newest purchase are these reef sandals. Both my kids separately, like in separate settings, told me that I'm going to fall off of these, these are very reminiscent of what I wore in the 90s. And yes, I did fall off my shoes frequently. I just think these are so cute. It's kind of a corally pink. It's not the red or anything, but this is a pink that is in my color palette. And I just thought that the contrast bottoms were so cute, and it's going to be adorable with everything that I've got here. So that was a new purchase for summer. And then bag wise, my peach Clairvy bag and my little faux straw bag that I got on Mackinac Island 2 or 3 years ago. There we have it. That is what I'm going to be wearing this summer. And that is it. So I think I can get these 4 things done. I've got a lot of other plans for sewing, obviously, and stuff happening this summer. But also, I am taking 2 kids to college this summer, and we have got freshman orientation that happens in July, and I'll be away. We're doing kind of a last hurrah, like little family vacation before we take them to school. So I've got other stuff happening this summer as well, but we have some really exciting stuff coming up on the channel. Yeah, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. All right, this video's gotten very long, so we will call it for now. I hope you get some sewing in this week. I'm going to be doing some sewing this week, which is very exciting. And I will see you guys again next time. Have a good one.